Settings for YouTube, starting live stream video transaction. Tanner, we are officially live as in 0.5 seconds ago. We got Tanner back on the mic, everybody. We're so excited to continue our conversation after 30 minutes of nothing from Tanner. I heard Tanner in my ear. Everything was going great.
Oh my gosh. The lips were moving, the audio
Yeah.
was not moving.
Let me
To
see if my
your
wife
ear
can
hole.
confirm. Can my wife confirm? She's not paying attention, so it's okay. You go on YouTube live for us. Sweetie.
Man, I'm telling
Thank
you, I'm super upset because we had some great content for Greg as requested for Joe Flacco. And I felt like I was on a roll and my audio was just not hitting anybody's ear holes. And I'm pissed.
We are live. That's funny.
Oh
Okay,
my
so,
goodness.
hang on. Sorry, I'm texting. Oh boy, that's funny. There was a mute for sure. Yes, Gregory, but we figured it out. We are
Yeah.
back and better than ever. No one can stop us now. The whole world is in front of us, Tanner. We cannot be stopped.
We're like two ginormous rhinoceroses just plowing through brick walls to reach our goal. And here we are, standing triumphant in the realm of podcasters.
So speaking of not being stopped, Joe Flacco's a freaking dog. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get back on that path, Tanner. Let's segue right over there, back at it again.
Yeah.
Part 2, live.
Joe freaking Flacco. I'm telling you, he does not look like he's 38 years old. He looks like a young Joe Flacco, and the way he's throwing the football at high velocity. He hit that corner route to David Njoku, where he broke a tackle, ran up the sidelines, looked phenomenal. And then he hit that deep crosser on a rope to Amari Cooper, who tight roped the sideline and scored a touchdown. And I'm telling you what, that is a tough ball to squeeze in on a cover two, to where he can get enough speed and zip on it to get between the defenders high and low. So, man, Joe Flacco looking good, looking like he's drinking from the fountain of youth right now. I love to see it. Letting those nuts hang, dude.
Yeah, let us
Let
not
them hang.
swang. Let him swang. And as Deshaun Watson can sit up top and say, yeah, buddy, maybe I should not be such a pansy. That's the word, the P word that went to my head first. Pansy.
Yeah.
Not the other one. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's not be a sissy girl. And let's get out here and play because I'm getting paid $230 million guaranteed. So you should be out there playing for your team. I don't care if your freaking pinky hurts. I don't care if your shoulder might be a little sore. You got to get after it.
Joe Flacco's out there showing the young guy what's up. He says, "Hey, you don't get these guns petting kittens. You
That's
want to pet
right.
kittens? Sit up in the
Me,
stands and
ow, baby.
milk your injury,
That's
whatever."
right. Love that. No, and Greg said, no, my gosh, hang on. Refresh chat. That was funny. Where'd it go? So we're trying to learn how this all works, guys. This is behind the scenes, real life action, going live straight to you guys now.
We
We're trying to
have
be
failed.
cool and techie. We're trying to be techie, Tanner. That's what
Yeah,
we're trying
yeah.
to do.
Audience, we have failed multiple times tonight, but we are still going strong.
Yes,
Damn
we
it!
are. I love
I
it.
was very irate earlier to know that my audio was not coming through.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
bullshit because we had great convo,
ooh,
and you can't recreate great convo. That's the problem. Hey, there's
no.
3 people viewing this beautiful live stream we have going on right now for everybody. Look, if you're 3
Oh my
and you have
goodness.
not subscribed in the top left of your screen, I have a goal of 50. Tanner and I want 50 subscriptions.
50. Like the scent.
50. I need 50. So a nice little subscription. Your name's going to pop up nice and big and bright with a nice little noise notification right there in the middle so everyone can know who subscribed. And we'll give you thanks as you do that. But we need
Right.
at least some subscriptions and a little bit of likes. If you're already watching, I'm assuming you like it. That or you're just sitting there talking shit. I'm not sure. But I don't care either way because thank you for viewing. You know what I'm saying? We're here
Yeah.
hanging out.
Hey, just like the star rapper 50 Cent says, many men, many men. Hey, we want many men to subscribe, but hey, we want them ladies to subscribe too.
That's
So
right.
hey, if you're on here right now, click that subscribe button. give us a shout out. Thank you for joining our live session as we struggle through it. But hey, we're here and we're
We are here.
rolling.
It is 10:47 on a Wednesday night, and I just love every minute of this podcast. This
Boy.
shit's so much fun. All the struggles and challenges that we've had to overcome to come to this point. But I think if we give a consistent live stream basis and give some nice interaction with our fans and our community, I think we can get this thing kind of where me and Tanner kind of envisioned it at the beginning of this whole process. So really pumped out about it. So segue back to football. That's so weird. My camera, that's left, but
Yeah.
okay, whatever. Anyhow,
Adjustment.
mini men, all shapes and sizes. That's right, Gregory. Big, small, large, or otherwise, we need you all.
That's right.
Listen, hey, not every puzzle's the same shape. You know what I'm saying? But we need them to build the picture. But no, going back to football, Patrick Mahomes is a sissy, crybaby. So I'm gonna keep dogging him, and me and Tanner discussed on the other live stream that we don't think he's gonna make the playoffs this year. So if you're in the chat, let us know what you think about that. Do you think the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna make the playoffs or not? Like that's the biggest question in the AFC side, I think, this year.
They're having a come apart, Zach. They really are. Mahomes is not happy with Kadarius Toney as much as he's been telling people that he is supporting him and his words of wisdom and him giving grace to Kadarius to the media is all fine and dandy, but deep down inside we know he is royally pissed off at Kadarius Toney for having so many drops this season that have impacted several games now in a negative fashion, along with fellow wide receiver Marquise Valdes-Scantling.
Yeah, Marquise. I think that's Marcus. Just Marcus.
Yeah.
Regular Marcus.
Marquise Valdes-Scantling.
Yeah.
Both of those guys have got to step up their game. I don't know what they're seeing in practice that makes Coach Reed and the support staff want to keep trying to give them the ball on Sundays, and they continuously let the team down. But whatever is happening, if it doesn't stop soon, I think Mahomes is at a very fragile frame of mind right now in terms of what he can handle mentally, just based on what I've seen on Sundays with him reacting to referee calls, drop passes, conversations on the sidelines. Just does not look like a Kansas City Chiefs team that's going to go far right now.
Nah, dude. And like Mahomes, the Mahomes is breaking down. It's insane. Like the locker room's getting a little beaten and bannered around. Like you're disgusted. Like you have disgust. It's pretty nuts to see because like you don't see that from Kansas City. Like they're pretty tight knit group normally. A lot of distractions this year too. I don't know if that's been set up or not, but with all the attention with the Taylor Swift deal and Travis Kelce, et cetera. Yeah, I don't think Mahomes has the weapons he's had in the previous seasons, and it's really hurting him. But it's gonna be okay, Tanner. It's gonna be just fine.
You think they still make it?
I don't know. I mean, they're gonna be in a while. I don't think their path is easy. Let's just put it that way. Their path is not gonna be easy. They're gonna be kind of on the downslope, and they're gonna be on the road. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes can win on the road, in the cold and things like that. It's gonna be kind of tough for him. I don't know if they do make it. It's not gonna be easy whatsoever to get to Super Bowl or even the divisional. I don't know. I don't think it'd be easy. One team I do think it's not going to be easy for them either, but one team I do think is going to make it and make a little splash, maybe be a little underdog, is going to be the Indianapolis Colts. Tanner, you were all boots on the ground at that game, buddy. Let's live into the eyes of Tanner during this football game. How the hell did that go?
Man, crazy atmosphere. Boots were on the ground. Lots of boots were on the ground for the Edge fam.
Oh yeah, rolling deep in there, baby.
Heck yeah, we were 7 deep. My wife is in the background right now begging us to talk about Tom Brady.
No, Tomlin, not Tomlin.
And Mike Tomlin right now.
What happened to him? Tell us.
I have no clue. I'm not up to speed on what happened with Tomlin, but I'm going to
tell her to get on the mic. Tell her to put the headset on. Lexi, we need you.
She said, "No, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out."
Come on, we need you. We need both
I
the girls.
will
Allie,
say,
come here.
the Colts game did spark some conversation with Tom Brady on X, where he made a X post, or I don't even know what you call it now. Is it called X? Is it still Twitter?
I think
Whatever
it
it is.
is. Yeah, it's a
Tom
tweet. Fuck it.
Brady
Come on.
came down pretty hard on NFL quarterbacks this week, and really, I think took a uncalled for shot at Gardner Minshew. And I'll say this: all quarterbacks are bound to make errant throws in a game. I do not believe the throw that Gardner Minshew made was an errant throw at all. It's a catchable ball. Catchable balls are at times, you know, jumped for, leapt for, dove for, slid for, and sometimes they hit them in stride, sometimes they hit them in the chest. Whatever it is, it's the receiver's job to make the adjustment and catch the ball when the quarterback makes the correct read. In that game, Gardner Minshew completed 64% of his passes. He was 18 for 28, over 200 yards passing with 3 touchdowns. And you're going to say that his play's not up to par and that he needs to be better? I believe there's a clip out there, and I think you showed me the other day.
Oh, yeah, I think I sent it to you today.
Tom Brady having a whole minute video clip of throws that he had put receivers in dangerous situations to catch a football.
Well, yeah, because
So
it's not going to be perfect every
let's
single time.
not be hypocritical here. If you're going to hold everybody that's in the league right now to that standard, you should maybe look in the mirror and at this point in your career, the rear view mirror at what you've done in the past too.
Right. Not everything's roses in the quarterback position. Like, you just have to get that ball out there sometimes, and you risk it for the biscuit. Well, like you said, what Gardner Minshew did was not malicious in the sense of, like, he just threw it and not giving a shit about his receiver. Like, he knew what the consequences was, but they're both competitive folks. Like, they're gonna do anything they can to, I guess, advance that football down the field. So it is what it is. It's kind of part of the gig, man. And you get popped. That's part of the defense. The defense is gonna hit you, and they're gonna hit you hard sometimes. Like, they're paid to do that.
Right.
Yeah. Now, I mean, if you're saying the ball is super uncatchable and, like, he goes up there and makes a crazy play, like, okay, yeah, like, get the ball down, put it in his framework, let him catch it and do what he needs to do with it. Throw it low or whatever to keep him out of danger. Sometimes when you're not under pressure and everything's perfect, then yeah, you can do that as a quarterback. But when shit's flanging, you got to get that ball out, man. That's not that's your last thought.
Right.
Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. But hey, overall, the first quarter of that game, I was worried. I was worried the Colts were going to lose that game based on
it didn't look good.
Pittsburgh scoring early, blocking the punt towards the end of the first quarter, and capitalizing on points off of that. It was looking kind of grim, and then the Colts were able to band together, put up a 30-piece, and here's my wife's requested question now. After the game, a real conversation comes to fruition here.
I love your
Mike
vocabulary.
Tomlin's coaching career heading downhill? Or is it a player issue on the team right now? You're seeing George Pickens not put effort in, not blocking.
Those videos are ugly.
Down. He doesn't look like he's got a complete buy-in from his teammates. So is his career, Tomlin as a head coach, is he heading downhill right now?
I mean, I don't know.
Or what? I mean, they're
because
making a major quarterback change right now. Bench Trubisky. Rudolph's going to start next week. What's going on here?
You know why he's starting next week, right? You know why he's starting next week? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a really shiny nose. Listen, Mike Tomlin, I think I don't think it's all on him right now. Although I say that in deep regards to they fired Matt Canada and they thought that was going to solve everything, and I think it's getting worse without an offense coordinator helping them out.
We saw a
Obviously,
similar story last year with Frank Reich.
yeah,
Just
same
saying.
thing. And so, but the quarterback play is not helping Pittsburgh. I don't know. There's a lot of things that's not going the way, but I don't think he's had a like a light bulb. Greg says in the chat. Well, yeah, thanks, Greg. Love you. But I don't think Mike Tomlin's had a season under 500 in what, like 10 years or his whole tenure.
Fantastic.
I don't know. I think he's always been above 500, and I think it's kind of hard to fire someone like that. Like, I mean, obviously, the Steelers, the Pittsburgh nation, the 4-1-2 always has a Super Bowl or bust mentality, the fans and whatnot, because that's they demand that respect and that kind of competitiveness. But I don't know. I don't think Tomlin's all in with who he has around him and who he's built with him.
Yeah.
And you can see it, like you said, the whole George Pickens things. Like, those videos are ugly. Like, it's hard for me to watch that. Like, as a professional athlete getting paid lots of money to not do half his job at all. That's just kind of bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
But like you got you and Lexi's point, like, it goes to the head coach, right? Like, he's a leader, he's a dictator of the team. Like, he's how you shape yourself. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so hard to even put a finger on it. I don't want to call for his job, but it's not coming up to the Pittsburgh Steelers standards. So
no, but hey, another good point brought up by the wife, I got to give her credit here, is
smart woman.
Is the Steelers have had a lot of just subpar, moderate performance seasons stacking on top of each other as of late. At some point, somebody higher up than just the players have to be held accountable for how the team's been put together and how they proceed to elevate to those high Pittsburgh Steelers standards that have been there for a long time. The legacy to me is falling and falling fast.
Yes, and Greg's making good points here in the comments. He's saying Tomlin will stay afloat, but he's not drafting well. He was gifted a team. He was gifted a good team, right? And what wins games nowadays is the offense, right? The defense is like non-existent. Like, if you have a good defense, it's a bonus. But the only way to win games consistently down the stretch is an explosive offense. And he's just not drafting well. He hasn't really been putting anyone together that can really just spark you and get you going. He's an older coach, so and like, it's shown, like Bill Belichick and those kind of generation of coaches, the hard nose, the defense, the this, that, and the other, like, that's not flying anymore, and it's they're getting found out real quick and getting exposed week by week now.
Yeah. But hey, hard to get blue chip players if you have a moderate season, because how are you going to get the best of the best in the draft if you're picking, 15 through 30?
Mid-rounds,
how are you going to do that? I mean, you got to trade up, give away assets, future draft capital. Lots of things have to fall in place for you to go up and get the guy, and then it sets you back in the future as well.
Those mid-round picks are
hit or miss. It's a hard game to play if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, having all these mid-level performances each year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. The AFC is just a mess. I feel like so much chaos going on every single Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Like, it's just insane to watch. It's been so much fun. Got to get a line, and he's happy with being mediocre. I mean, I don't know if he's happy with it, but he's been mediocre in the sense of he's above 500. Like, that's a cool goal. Like, good job. Like, that's hard to do in the NFL, but like, we need playoff wins. We need dubs, man. We need some postseason play. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We talked a little bit about recruiting and stuff like that. I don't think all the numbers are final yet, so I don't know if we need to go into too much detail. But surprise, surprise, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio State, Miami. Well, that Miami is a very big surprise, but Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio State in the top 5, rocking and rolling, doing their thing the year after year in and year out. Surprised to see Miami up there though, Tanner. Like honestly, like what is going on, dude? I don't even know who the
Weird.
coaching assistant is. Like I don't even know. Like
Crazy.
they're supposed to be back this year, and then they shat themselves on that 4th down play. Didn't decide a knee or whatever, and then yeah, it all went downhill from there. But they're still getting recruits. Like after that, like I don't know. The dynamic in Miami is weird. Like I don't think they'll ever be as good as they were back in the day of the U. You know, like those years and those times. But I don't know.
No, they won't. They won't. But
It's a different culture.
their history and the legacy that players like Ray Lewis, Reggie Wayne, Ricky Williams. I mean, those guys, young players in this world right now still look up to those guys and want to be like those guys, and having those types of names come from Miami is always going to help them in the recruiting class, no matter what.
For sure, having an alum come back and kind of put their boots on the ground with them, walk them through the, hey man, you could do what I did, and like give them that hope. But honestly, I think it's false hope. Like they're just not the same scenario now. Another squad that I've been impressed with this recruiting trail that they've been able to put together, especially after the season, was Notre Dame. They're not doing too bad. They're recruiting damn well. Marcus Freeman, everyone kind of wanted him out after these couple nasty losses, and the 10 people on the field not getting 11 out there, et cetera, et cetera. But I honestly believe in Marcus Freeman and the group that he has and he's building at Notre Dame. I mean, look at LSU. They're number 12. No 5-star recruits. Like, I don't know. Like, you just got to be careful. And I think that Marcus Freeman is doing a damn good job recruiting. I'm really excited to see what Notre Dame can put together, and hopefully we can get people to stay. That's the problem. Everyone wants to freaking leave after a year because they don't get to play or whatever. Like, it's hard to build. It's hard to play. But I think this might be the last year that Notre Dame actually goes and grabs a quarterback through the portal. Obviously, I think they got their guy with C.J. Shakar.
Yep.
And he's already on campus practicing with the squad, which is awesome to see. He's an early enrollee as they prepare for bowl game, Tornado Tiger Bowl, which is complete shit. Like, what is this, Notre Dame?
Yeah.
We're so much better than that, but that's going to be on the off-spin series of Zach and Notre Dame talk. It's just going to be – I'm going to dive into that shit and get really mad about it because it's horse. It's horse. Horse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oof.
Good stuff. Loving it. Anything else that we need to really cover? We talked a little bit MVP race. I think our opinions still stand the same as last week's episode. I believe with Purdy, Brock Purdy deserves to win it if the quarterback gets it. If not, CMC or Tyreek Hill. I think those, maybe even CeeDee Lamb. But with the Dallas's loss last week, it was kind of, where the hell were you, big dog? Like, we needed you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I do want to just touch on real quick. We were looking at some stats earlier. In terms of receptions, Tyreek Hill is listed as number 4. He's got Keenan Allen, Michael Pittman Jr., and who's the other guy?
It was CD, wasn't it?
CeeDee Lamb, all ahead of him in receptions.
And
however, he's got more receiving yards than all 3 of the guys ahead of him, with 1,574 receiving yards. Insane.
Absolutely insane. It's just nuts to see, dude. Like, and I'm really hoping he gets on pace to hit 2,000. I don't know if he can now with that game he missed last week. He'd have to have some couple 300s games, which is super hard to do in the NFL. Yeah. Oh, real quick in the chat, one thing I've never let leave my mind for Notre Dame is who wants to play in gray clouds and rain and snow for 9 months out of the year. Notre Dame is a hard draw. Not even that. It's Notre Dame's so hard in the sense of just academics. Like we can't just get anybody and anyone, and they have to be a stout student. And it's just really hard, really hard. And yeah, it is. You try to build it on culture, but the problem is, and tradition, which Notre Dame has a lot of, but we need to start winning games and putting some damn good seasons together to continue that role of I guess recruiting in the tradition sense of, hey, look at Notre Dame, look what we've done. Like it's been a long time since we've had good successful seasons. I think once that happens, it's game on, and Notre Dame can really start recruiting the shit out of some players.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the last on the college side. Tyreek Hill is going to hit 2,000. That'd be so fucking sweet. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's already at 1,200 yards rushing, dog.
Woo-wee. Dude, what's his all-purpose? Is he all-purpose yards over 2,000?
I don't know. Let me look.
He's got to be close. I mean, obviously he's close.
I mean, yeah, his receiving yards are nuts. Like, let me pull this up. Oh, I still think he got snubbed out of fucking Heisman his senior year, man. He led the nation in all-purpose yards. He led the nation in rushing. No, not rushing. Kick returns for touchdown. Punt returns for a touchdown. It was nuts. He should have won a Heisman. Okay, so what we got here? His rushing yards, 5.3 yards a carry. Let me see his full.
1,801 all-purpose yards so far this season.
Jeez.
So, yeah, I'd be shocked if he didn't break 2,000 all-purpose yards.
Yeah. And I'm just so glad to see him healthy, too. Like, Carolina, they used and abused the shit out of him. And I was so scared he was just going to fall off the face of the earth.
100%. That trade was a blessing in disguise for him.
No, for sure. Like, that needed to happen. The NFL needed it, too. Especially go out to Cali. Like, I don't know, that's just going from Carolina to Cali, like, cross-country, whole change of life.
Yeah, buddy.
Greg says, my wife was a 4.0 student at Florida, but got denied at Notre Dame. It's so hard to get in. It is. And shout out to Debs, Mrs. Brains. Good for you.
That's impressive.
Chomp, chomp, Gators. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I don't want to do it.
Talk so
yeah. So,
man.
Welcome to the daily life of Zach. I talk myself out of a lot of things.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It is awesome. Well, Tanner, we're knocking on heaven's door, ready for night. Where's that pillow at?
That's right.
It's getting late. I appreciate the couple takes that we did tonight. I'm glad we got it figured out. So next time we get on, we can rock and roll and go.
Heck yeah.
I think the live thing might need to be a reoccurring deal. I think once we do this and then start scheduling it as well, so we can let the community know, like, kind of plan ahead for it.
Right.
And if we get on a consistent basis, I think we can get a lot of good chat going. And thank you, Gregory. Shout out to Gregory Mike Jones.
Yeah.
He's been up in here all day long, all night long, giving the feedback.
You're like one of our most consistent listeners. So
that's right.
Give us your feedback.
So how's the audio sound on the live stream, Gregory? Let us know right now in the comments before we leave. I want to know if the audio sounds good, if it sounds professional, if it looks professional. I like the overlays here. I think the neon boxes are fun, and the sub goal is fun, and things like that. So let us know, Greg, real quick before you hop out of here. And if you didn't get a chance to catch it live, it still will be posted on YouTube, so you can watch later and share with your friends as well. Obviously, you see make fun of us.
Failures.
Yeah, no kidding. Look, me and Tanner have a goal of 50 subs. I think that'd be sweet on the YouTube side. And don't forget about the TikTok and all the other things like that. We're trying to grow. It's really hard. Obviously, Tanner and I we work full time, and we're full time parents and husbands. So we try to delegate our time much as we can. And sometimes posting on social media always isn't the the number one option most nights. So, but we love you. We're out of here. Tanner and I are gonna hit the hay. We'll come out with a little schedule for streaming and things like that coming up down the road. as we continue. The bowl games are coming up. Week 16's coming up, starting tomorrow. A lot of good games. A lot of good things happening. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for following along. We out of here.